the Chandogya Upanishad. Let us begin with the Shanti Mantra of the Chandogya. You may repeat after me. Om Apyayantu Momangani Vaprana Chakshu Shotramatho Balam Indriyani Cha Sarvani Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakarod Anirakaranamastu Anirakaranam Mestu Tadatmani Nirateya Upanishatsu Dharmaste Mai Santu Te Mai Santu Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. May my limbs, speech, vital force, eyes, ears, all strength and all the organs become perfect because and well developed. May I not deny Brahman. May not Brahman deny me. May neither Brahman nor me deny each other. May all the virtues mentioned in the Upanishad manifest in me, who am trying sincerely to realize Brahman. So this is the goal. The Brahman is the goal. Now the Brahman cannot be described directly. Why? It is a subjective knowledge. So when we are experiencing something like the love that we always feel, it is subjective. Then a person feeling love for his children or his wife or her husband, that cannot be realized or felt by others. It is not possible. This is all subjective knowledge. When you are feeling something, you may express it. Some people may try to understand it. Like the psychiatric, they may try to understand, but they will never be able to understand 100%. Why? It is subjective knowledge. Similarly, the Brahman, which is the source of happiness, extreme happiness, eternal happiness, it cannot be expressed by anyone. So what they do, they give the hints. What the Upanishads are the Vedas, what they are doing, trying to give us some idea, some hints. So this is the way you can realize. This will happen to you. Now the Upanishads that we are studying are very, very ancient, very old. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Chandogya Upanishad are very old. So we cannot expect that they will give the example of the modern day society. So obviously, all those examples that they have given, very ancient type of examples. Mainly, they have given the yajnas. You know, when we were studying the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Brihad Aranyaka. Aranya means the forest. Brihad means huge forest. Why they have given this name? Because the book itself, the idea itself, the knowledge itself is so big and so variety. There's a chance that you won't get out of it. You may get lost inside that, the knowledge. So many varieties. How they started? With the Ashwamedha Yajna, the sacrificing a horse for a particular ritual. Nowadays, we will wonder, how come? They're sacrificing a horse? And immediately the horse lovers, they will go and protest. It's not like that. In those days, it was only the rich people could do it. And when they are organizing that, all the great scholars will come and they will do that. A rich means the king. So they are organizing. Horses were very, very rare because in India, the elephants are available, not the horses. So only rich people could afford. And not only that, they are not riding, they're sacrificing it. So naturally, there's a lot of money. So that they are giving the example, see, this that you are doing, what you are getting by this. One immediate effect that when you are doing it, these are the immediate effect. People will praise you. Oh, he is such a rich man. Then that is why he could do it. So like recently in our contemporary world, a very, very rich man in India, he organized his son's marriage so many times. It came in the newspaper, it was a news. Why? Because he could afford. He has money. So he is doing here, there, everywhere, all over the world. The marriage is going on. People got confused. Are they really going to marry or what? So what is going on? Then afterwards, but anyway, no problem. We are getting the food and it's okay. So that way, they're showing up that they have the money. And they like to express the joy, happiness in that way. And here, the kings are also doing that, more power. But the rishis, they come and then they explain, did you see the face that the horse was facing? This is this, this is this. So from that, they take our mind to spiritual world. And that is the beauty. Here in the Chandogya Upanishad also, sometimes they'll be speaking about the yajnas, different type of yajnas. And who are the people? In the last classes we have already discussed, there are 14 different people they are required to perform the yajna. Is it possible for everyone to perform that? No. Then through that yajna, what we are getting, so one is external, and that is called ritual, but the ritual is giving the another effect, that's spiritual. The ritual and spiritual. These are the two things. So when you are having this, you are sitting over here and offering food, you are getting satisfaction. I am offering the food to God. But when you get the satisfaction, that is your spiritual development. I cook for God, I offer to God, and then you close your eyes and feel that the God is truly partaking it. You feel that happiness, that is yours. So this spiritual development, that is the main idea. And here today, we will be discussing about go after death. So that is the question that we will come to know. Yesterday there was a Hanuman Jayanti, all over the world, the Hindus, they were celebrating. And they believe that Hanuman never dies. It is all somewhere here. But it is nothing like that, not that physically. But Hanuman is not the monkey that we think in the trees, no. In the jungle, no. Hanuman was a great scholar, great yogi. And they used to dress like that, so that was the clan, Hanuman clan. And they were almost everywhere on all the Indian hills, they were ruling over there. It was a clan. He was one of the best. And why we worship? Because he was having all knowledge intellectually. He was having all power physically. But even then, he dedicated all his services at the feet of his Lord, the Sri Ramachandra. He never claimed that I have done it. And because of me, only Sri Ramachandra got success. No, he never claimed like that. So that is the beauty of the Hanumana. He was having everything, intellect and the physical power, organizing power. But after that, he was completely free from ego. And that is the reason he is always worshipped along with the God. So how we can reach God? By removing our ego. I am doing, I have done, I should do, that takes us away from God. We are performing, we are doing, we are serving. But we are not becoming the Mahavira. Why? Because ego. The I should be recognized, I am doing it, that should be noticed by everyone. This idea. So we celebrate Hanuman, that Mahavira Jayanti, only to inspire ourselves to adopt that qualities that Hanuman was having. And because I won't get the opportunity, so I take this present opportunity to congratulate all the Bengali community, and they will be celebrating their new year, maybe another day or two afterwards. 15th is the New Year day. So now let us begin. The Sunday, March 23rd, we learned from the Chandogya Upanishad that among all the sense organs, prana is the highest, and without prana, nothing can survive. Prana means all the breathing, that is called prana, very grosser sense. That when without the breathing, without the oxygen, we all dead. Maybe all our other parts are perfect, but I can't breathe. What will happen? I will die. So suppose you dive into the water and you are strong, you are having all the limbs perfect, but you can't get the oxygen. What will happen? So that was proved. And this is a temple, this body is a house. And here lives the 5 brothers. That was the story. And through that they tried to give us the idea which is important. Now, so eyes are there, nose is there, ears are there. They told, I am the best. Eyes told, if I go out, then you will understand how I am serving you. Eyes went out, and after 1 year it came back, nothing happened. So they said, we could not see, but we were surviving, no problem. Same the ear, the nose, the touch. Then ultimately when the breathing told, well, now let me go away from here. The moment he was collecting all these things, like the prana, apana, vyana, udana, samana, all the 5 things, he was collecting, let us, brothers, let us go away from here. Then all them came and told, no, we have understood. Without you, there is nothing. You are the prana. So prana is the basis by which we can live. And they are connecting this prana with the Hiranyagarbha, the firstborn and the creator of this whole universe. The Hiranya means the golden. Garbha means the womb. That is the golden womb. Before the creation, that is the womb. And from there, everything has come. So what is most important? Hiranyagarbha. So how from prana, we can always feel, we can understand, and giving that example, the mind is taken to the very subtle and very high position, Hiranyagarbha. So he says in this way, prana as Hiranyagarbha or the cosmic being exist everywhere and in 3 different forms. Adi Daiva, Adi Bhuta, and Adhyatma. If you see that the Hindus, they are all the time saying Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti means peace. 3 times. Why they say 3 times? Because there are only 3 worlds are there. One is Adi Daiva, that is the nature. Where from the problem comes? From the nature. Now, I don't know whether it has been restored or not. I'm a bit worried about our ashrama in Ganges. It is not only our ashrama, the whole area. Something has happened and there is no gas. And naturally, they are only using the electricity for cooking and and it's very cold over there. Without the gas, how they are surviving? Thousands and thousands of people. So without the gas, what is this? Natural. Then this is the problem. Then some of the places in the news we hear tornadoes are coming. Nothing happened. Not that any country is attacking us. But suddenly something happened, that particular place, all those buildings and all destroyed. Flood came. Even the developed country like America cannot stop it. So what to do? So this is the power of the nature. So we say, Shanti, please be happy with me and don't disturb me, O God. The first is Adi Daiva. Daiva is the nature. Then Adi Bhauta. Bhauta means other beings. And I was driving, maybe that was written 65, I was 85. Then suddenly, then police will come and they sit quietly in the corner and you cannot notice. Suddenly they will notice you. Immediately they will come and they will be silent, they will stop you, unnecessarily $100 gun. So he used to know, this road is open and all clear. I was just, no, give $100, the bill. So that is the way. So beings are there. Of course, they are there to save us. By that way, they give us the caution, no, you should not do it. And that is for your own life. Not for the $100 they are collecting. This is for our own. But anyway, the beings are there around, they may create problem. So we say another Shanti. And third, our health, our mind. Suddenly, sometimes you will feel so depressed. You won't be able to talk to people, don't like to talk to people. What has happened? You also don't know what has happened. So this is the way it all goes. So we always say Shanti, 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 from the nature, from the other being around, and from within myself. The health and mind should be all right. So these three, who is living here? Hiranyagarbha. Which is the Hiranyagarbha is a prana. What is this prana? The vital force, the vital thing. So God is everywhere. It is everywhere. If we know this Hiranyagarbha or the golden womb is the creator as the Brahma. Another concept in Hinduism is the creator is the Brahma. And he is having 4 heads because all the knowledge is like that. And he is creating. The creation is a question that almost all the philosophy try to understand, including the science. The science is going on trying to understand, is this the Big Bang? This is the last theory they said, the Big Bang theory. And that also some people are saying, no, it cannot be. So all the what's called the examinations are going on, experiments are going on. Is the Big Bang is true? So one of our, the very young man, he was a great scientist. He was in that team as a physicist. He went to London, he was there, and they were experimenting the same way to create a Big Bang and what are the effects are coming. So why the science is spending so much of money? But some people, they think it is not necessary. What has happened, happened. Why you have to go and search for that? So they have stopped the money, so that project stopped. So they could not finish. But science needs to know. Why? In the beginning, it is all expenditure. But afterwards, when they come to know about it, the result come out, that is for the benefit of the human society. That way the science goes, but sometimes the leaders, they don't understand. So they stop the funding and no work there. But science is also trying to understand how the creation came. What is this creation? Religion also. And some of the religions that they say God has created. Now you cannot ask any question whether God, so obviously they say God has created. But that's all. But the Hindus, they go on inquiring, they're like the scientists. They go on inquiring how it is possible that when he is creating all this universe, how he created, with what he created. But they will be asking, for the creation, two things are necessary. There must be one intellectual cause, another thing is material. So if we consider these, some material was there and God is the intellectual cause. Using those material, God has created this universe. Then a vital question, very important question, that means there are two existences, God and the material. And if we accept that, then we cannot say that God is all powerful and God is everywhere. No. Some of the places are there where God cannot be because the material is there. So obviously you have to say God has created everything out of his own. Except God, there was no other thing. It cannot be. So he has created out of his own. From his own he has created. And the Vedanta, the Hindus, they say yes. How God has created out of his own? Why? Have you not seen the spiders? Yatha urnavi srijati grihnate cha. In Sanskrit they will say, like the spiders, they are creating and from their own, and then also taking it within themselves. So similarly, God has created this thing out of his own. Friends, from here, the philosophers that start fighting. The one will say, what is this creation? I can touch, I can see, I can taste, I can smell. That means the creation is real. So if it is a real creation, that means the God has become all these things. And some people, they say, if the God has become all this, then the God has exhausted. There is no God then. So this confusion again, they say, no, that cannot be. So what to do? They say, another thing happened. So all this, they are going on, trying to understand God must be there always, every time, without any change. But creation is there, which we are also experiencing. So Hiranyagarbha. So another imagination, and they realize in this way, God has created through an agent. The agent is having all the three qualities, Sattva, Raja, Tama, and the power of Maya. What is this Maya? It is covering. All truths are covered. And then they see in this way. We see so many other things. You know that the people, when they fall color, people from different places, they come to this Midwest, particularly of America, to see the fall color. And I inspire them to go to Ganges, because on the way to Ganges, you can see the fall color, both sides. There's a long way, both sides, a jungle, and then yellow, reddish, green, and whitish, all the colors will be there. There's a riots of color. But are they really colored? No. If you go and touch that leaf, it is rotten. From distance we see the beautiful color. We take the photograph. But if you go close and touch that leaf, it is a rotten leaf. And it is going to fall. Just before that, it changed that in color. So this is Maya. It is a rotten thing. You cannot use that. But you think it is so beautiful. Have you ever seen the people, they are giving the gift of those color, the leaves? No. Never, no one will accept it and no one can give it. Only from the distance you see and enjoy, that's all. The nature is changing it. But those are all rotten things. Now look at our bodies. That's why in almost all the scripture, they will describe the bodies. Why? The rotten things, terrible things are there in this body. But we are so happy with this body. If you don't take the bath every day and not using the soap, and terrible smell will come. You are not washing the clothes, terrible smell will come. And you won't be able to bear yourself. And we love this body. And for this body we are doing everything. And that is the Maya. So what is this power? That actually it is not a good thing. But it will be presented in such a way that you will feel like accepting it. You know, like the advertisement, they say, use this oil and you will grow hair. Well, you use that oil and whatever hair was there, that also gone. Then what you will do? So obviously, they are selling it as all advertisement. And you can go and claim the money to the court and all that. Okay, we will change the ingredients, we'll change the advertisement, they will say that, but your hair are not saved. So that is the truth. Whatever medicine you take, whatever exercise you do, you are going to die. Maybe you are a rich man, and all the best doctors are all the time present surrounding you, but you are going to die. And these are all truth. So that, based on that, it says, see, God, the Supreme Being, whom the Hindus, they love to call Brahman, or the Supreme Being, it never creates. Then who is creating? And it says it is actually another form of the God, and that maybe you can call it Brahma or Hiranyagarbha. Now from that Hiranyagarbha, it says, Sahovacha kimme annam bhavishyatiti. As if that Hiranyagarbha, after being born, he said, what I am going to eat? That means Hiranyagarbha, see how, it's a very interesting question. Sahovacha, who ubacha, he ubacha, sahovacha. Ubacha means asking, said. What? Kim me to me, kim what? Annam, food. Bhavishyati, what will be my food? You have created me, O God, that's okay. But to survive, I need food. What will be my food? And then he says, everything. Because the God is present in everything. Anything that you are eating is the God that is eating. The ultimate subtle way of thinking is whatever we eat, the animals are eating, birds are eating, anyone, anywhere eating, is the same God tasting it. And that is why the Brahmins, before taking the food, they will take a pinch of food and then offer to God, saying, "Oh God, please accept this and let everyone in this universe be satisfied." Offering the food to God and then praying, as because you are present in all being, let all being be satisfied. Tashmin tushte jagat tushtva. If you are satisfied, then the whole universe is satisfied. Concept is, God is present everywhere. And now that they are teaching us in this way, Hiranyagarbha. And what is this Hiranyagarbha? Like your prana. What is the prana? The vital force. Without that you cannot survive. So what is God? The vital force. Without that no one can survive. And where he is residing. So he says, Kimme baso. What will be my cover? I am going to leave. I need a dress. I need a place. Then it says water. Water will be your cover. What is this water? In everything, liquid portion is there. So God is present in everything. That is the reason you will find in almost all the religion, they will have a holy water. Jordan is very holy, Jordan River water, holy for the Christians. Ganga, Jamuna, very holy for the Hindus. And Jam water is water from the well, and that is for the Muslims. And Buddhists, of course, they don't believe in God, so they don't have water also. So no problem for them. So obviously, but water, why water? Because that is the cover of the whole universe. And our body, there is also so much of water is containing. If the less, immediately doctors will suggest you must drink water properly. So this is the say, Saho Bacha, Kim me annam bhavishyati iti, everything. Kim me basa apa, water. Without water, nothing is there. To save the water is covering the prana. The food and the water, without which no being can survive. That is the idea. Hence it is offered to prana like the force and the symbol of the Hiranyagarbha, the creator. So we are offering food and water to Hiranyagarbha, to God. Why? If you find, except I don't know the Protestants whether they offer the food or not, but Catholics they do. Catholics are offering a lot of food and the drinks and the water, all that. Hindus they all do. All varieties of Hindus, all kinds of Hindu, they'll be cooking food and offering to God with the water. Like there's the Judaism, it is also there. So all are offering food and water. Why? Because if the God is taking that, then everyone is having. So this is the idea. When we perform puja, when we perform this type of ritual, where from it has come? Who taught us? The scripture. Why? Because the Veda, the Upanishad teaches about the Brahman, the eternal, unchanging, all-pervading consciousness without any form or quality. Those who are not capable of concentrating on this attributeless Brahman, there is nothing in this world. Today morning, we were chanting from the Shankaracharya that I am not this body, I am not this mind, I am not this world, I am not the food, I am not the teacher, I am not the father, not. Then finally he said that I am that consciousness. That is the way one group of Hindus, those who follow the Advaita Vedanta, they practice. For them, there is no God, there is no temple, there is nothing, but only constant awareness. I am the consciousness, I am the consciousness. But it is not possible for everyone. So Shankaracharya, that's why he again gave another type of worship for those who can understand. What is that? The Shakti. So he has composed a lot of stotras, and so that the people can follow that. And that is normal. Those who are not capable to concentrate on the attributeless Brahman, for them Veda suggests Hiranyagarbha. You better worship the Hiranyagarbha, or this prana worship. And the 5th chapter, 2nd section, 60 mantra, it teaches, Atha pratisijya anjalo mantam adhaya japeti. Now you must repeat, japa. Japa means the repetition of God's name. Japeti. After you go away a little from that the fire, and then you must offer to the fire, and whatever that you are going to offer to the fire, and you must say, that is the main thing, O prana, you are the Ama. Ama means another name of the prana. You are the eldest, Jeshta. You are the best, Sreshta. You are the effulgent one, Raja. You are the king, Adhipati. In that way, he is going on praising the Supreme Being, which is, we also do that. And that Krishna, he is having 1,000 names. Rama, he is also having 100,000 names. And that way, we are all going on praising the God. You are most powerful, you are most beautiful, you are everywhere. give me those things. Then they will say, why we are praising? Because I want those things. So he is praising in this way, O prana, bestow on me all those qualities that you are having. Truly, I like to be you. And it is said here that karmeshu, kammeshu, striyam, shapneshu pashyati, samriddhim tatra, janiyat. Now, this is very interesting. Two types of mentality. One, those who want to survive in this world, enjoy this world, and have all the name, fame, glory, everything, no problem. You can do that. For that, you have to worship that God and you have to pray in that way, everything you will get. Then, in the Upanishad, it says, those who are worshipping in this way with desire, nothing wrong in it. I like to be like one gentleman. He was a friend of Swami Vivekananda. And Vivekananda never wanted anything in this world because he was a sannyasi, that mentality. So he said, no, I don't want anything, but I want the devotion. I want the purity. So he prays to God in that way. But his friend, who used to come along with him to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he never prayed anything. He used to be quiet in one corner in the room. He used to wait. Sri Ramakrishna noticed him. He said, hey, you come all the time, but so many people are coming to me and praying and asking some favor, but you don't do. What do you want? He said, sir, all people are talking about the spirituality and all that. That's why I'm thinking that I should not say anything over here. No, what do you want? Sri Ramakrishna insisted. He said, I want to be very rich. I don't want mukti. I don't want liberation. I want to be rich in this life. Sri Ramakrishna blessed him. He said, okay, the elephant will be there at your door. That means you'll be so rich that you can have the elephants. So to keep elephants, you can understand. Every day so much of food you have to provide. So obviously, he will become, and he really became rich. And they had one publication, Bashumati publication. It is still there in Calcutta. I don't know their families, but they became truly rich in that. Within 1 or 2 years, that gentleman became very rich. Of course, he was so grateful that afterwards, when Sri Ramakrishna passed away, Swami Vivekananda, and then all these monks at that time, they were not having money. He used to help them by providing food and the health care and all that. He used to help them. Any monk going to him, they will always help. His wife was also very, very devoted lady. But afterwards, their children didn't continue that. So slowly this thing came. But that is another story. But here, if you are asking for the wealth, that also you will get. Now, the Upanishad says, very interestingly, it says, those who are kammeshu, desirous, karmeshu, and with a desire, he is functioning. So I am worshipping. Why? I should get this. The Durga Puja that the Hindus, they do, and there is a prayer. Jasham Dehi, Disho Johi, like that. You give me everything, all the list that give me, mother, give me. You can always have. But those who are praying in this way, how they will know that they are getting success? Here in this sloka, in the 5-2-8, it says, Karmeshu, Kammeshu, those who are desirous to get the benefit after this puja, in their dream, if they see a lady form, they know it for sure their prayer is going to be successful. That will be answered. The karmeshu, kammeshu, striyam shapneshu. Striyam means a lady form. Shapneshu, pashyati. If they see in their dream a lady, then samriddhim, all success, tatra, there, janiyat, know it for sure, they are going to be successful. So you can try that. So if you see a lady form, and why the lady form? Because the Shakti is considered in a lady form. So if they see, it is in the Upanishad and Chandogya Upanishad. Next, in the third section and the fifth chapter, that is the beautiful thing that happened over here, and is a conversation between the Brahmana, a rishi, Shvetaketu, and the king of the Panchala, Pravahan Jaibali. Jaibali was the father. In India, it is still there. In some of the sections of India, they will always tell the name which will have the name of their father first, maybe sometimes grandfather, and sometimes the village, the locality, and then his name. The 2 or 3 the words will be there to tell the name. It's a big name, but you can understand. He is from this village, he is from this family, his name is this. This is very clear. Nowadays, what is your name? Tupu. And what is this Tupu? Where from he has come? What is his family? Nobody knows. He has just fell down from somewhere. So that is not. It should be related. Why? Historicity. When they are mentioning, I am not just telling a story. It's the historical. And what is the history? He's the king of Panchal. And the present king, his name is Pravahan. And his father is Jaibali. And if you go and search, you will find this, the lineage of the kings. Shvetaketu, his father was Gautama. Gautama Muni, Gautama Rishi, he was a great sage. Now, a group of people who dedicated for the service of understanding the subtlety. So they became sages, rishis. Afterwards, they became brahmanas. The Brahmajanati Brahmana. And their only job, only attention was how to get the sources by which one can get happiness. Happiness is the main goal. So people should be happy. How they can become happy? When they were researching, they found out this is the way, if you are cultivating, you will get more the result and you can be happy. Then the fruits and the other things, and along with that, the spirituality, that also developed. That is the Indian way. I gave a talk long back when I first came here, 2013, 14, in that time. There's the saga of the soul, how a soul is traveling. So there we discussed about all these Vedas and everything, in a nutshell. The Shvetaketu, after finishing his study, he was traveling. Why? They used to go to different countries, different places, and to meet the kings. And the kings naturally used to support them. The kings, they themselves were highly educated and realized people, and they used to support this type of researchers. The Shvetaketu, after finishing, naturally, after finishing, what do? We search a job. So Shvetaketu also, he grew up, he completed his education, he went to this Panchala, and there he was meeting the king. Shvetaketu, wishing to visit the Panchala, reached the court of the king, Pravahan Jaibali. Then after all this, usually whenever this type of people will come, and whatever it may be, and they will be welcoming them by washing their feet. So the king will bring the water and pour the water, and they will wash the feet. And they were barefooted, so they used to wash the feet and all that. Then they will give them the food, then the water, and a nice seat. When they sit, then they will discuss. And that was the status of our kings. Think of it. The Indian culture, we cannot imagine. Very, very advanced, very, very advanced. Now, whenever we think about the kings, what we see? Egoistic people, all the time fighting, all the time cruelty. It was nothing like that. There was only the appreciation of knowledge. And kings themselves were also very educated. Now see this conversation. When this young boy went over there, the king was naturally an elderly person, and he said, Tam ha, to him. Tam ha. Tam means you, ha means to that. Who is that? Shetuketu. The Shetuketu, who is asking, Jaibali Pravaha, Ubacha. Ubacha means he asked, Kumara, O young man, Twa Pita Onu Ashivatnu. See, this is all very ancient Sanskrit. If you read the Bhagavad Gita, the Gita Sanskrit is more advanced, more modern. It is very easy to understand. But this Upanishad Sanskrit is a very ancient type of Sanskrit. Kumara, Twa Pita, your father, Onu, I think, Ashibatnu has given you the proper education. My boy, I think your father has taught you. So this is the first question. Then India always appreciate education. If you are not having the education, then okay, it is okay, but you won't get that respect if you are not educated. So that's why you will find every Indian, they have a notion, I must go at least some in university, somewhere I should get a certificate. Still it is there, but because it is in the blood. So when he asked that, then Shetuketu, a young man, so he was telling, the grandson of the Aruna Rishi, his father was Gautama, his grandfather was Aruna. He was also another famous Rishi. So they are from that lineage. And he said, of course, humbly he replied, Bhagava. Bhagava means to the king, he is telling, O honorable sir, Onuhi. O honorable sir, yes, my father has taught me. Then he is asking, well, O Shetuketu, do you know either these people, Adhi, after the death, Yat Prayanti Betya? Now, first question, do you know these people, after their death, where they go? Shetuketu was not knowing it. So Shetuketu, he immediately became a little humble. He said, no, Bhagava. Bhagava, O honorable sir, I do not know. Then he asked, do you know how they return again? First question, they, after death, where they go? In the above, below, where do they go? I don't know. So do you know how they come back again? He said, no, Bhagava, I don't know, sir. Do you know the parting place of two paths? That is very interesting. After the death, all souls, whether holy or sinner, will go to one place. That is the main junction station. And from there, you have to travel to two different sides. One will go to the Devaloka, another will go to the Pitriloka. Those who are worshipping the traditional family way, they will go to the Pitriloka. But those who are loving only God, oh, this is only my family deity, only my family, no, nothing like that. They worship the God, they will go to Devaloka, higher. Third type of people, they don't worship, they don't do anything, they go to the heathen, below, they are not discussing about it. So they will always take the birth of the animals and insects and all that. So they are traveling another way. These two groups will go to, one group will go to the ancestors, another will go to the Devaloka. So do you know the station from where these two groups they go away? Do you know the parting place of two paths, Devojana, Pitrijana? One going to gods and another going to Father? Then he said, no, Bhagava, I don't know, sir. Do you know why the other world is not filled up? So many people are dying. And that place where they are going is supposed to be filled up. Why it is not filled up? This is very recently, One gentleman, he called me and said, Swamiji, now war is going on everywhere. So many people are dying. It must be that either heaven or hell, whatever it plays, it must be filled up, isn't it? I told you better ask this king. He will give the answer. Here, the king is asking this Shetuketu, Ajay, can you tell me why so many people are dying, but the other world is not filled up? He said, no, sir, that also I don't know. Do you know how the souls reborn again, the process of reborn? He said, no, I don't know. Now the king, he is telling, Ato kim onu anusishta. How could you say, if you don't know anything, and how could you say before my court, before everyone, that you have been taught and you are educated? Is this the education that you got? You can imagine the insult. But how a king can do saying this? Because he is also very highly so. Our kings were also, they used to practice a lot of austerity. And they used to look after their kingdom. And that's why Rajarshi. One is Rishi. Rishi means they are concentrating and their main job is to find out the way to peace. That is their job. Another group of people, they were taking care of the kingdoms, but they were also concentrating and finding the path of knowledge. So they say Raja plus Rishi. They're highly respected people. Few only they were there. This is called Raja Rishi, Rajarshi. So how could you say, when the king said these words in his assembly, the Pravahomana, he said that, the Shvetaketu, the son of the Rishi Gautama, was in tears. This is not only his insult, but his father too. The father could not teach him. So naturally we can feel, we can imagine how he was feeling insulted in that way. He immediately returned back to his father. Now, very interesting this way, he came back to his father and asking, why you have not taught me completely? I was insulted over there. And you know what happened? His father said, I never knew this. I never thought about this. Why? Because these rishis, they go for mukti. Mukti, liberation. They never think of coming back. So their process is completely different. And suppose a scientist, he's researching on some atom and something, his whole concentration on that. Then if somebody goes and says, hey, have you seen that movie or the song? Have you heard that beautiful? I don't know. It is like that. Not that they were illiterate, no. They were specifically concentrating on something which is called mukti, liberation. So they never thought that after death people will go to one stage, then the second stage, then they may come back, again they will go. They never discussed about that. Their goal is never ever get any attachment with this world and get liberation. So their whole concentration on that. And these kings, they cannot think in that way because they are going for the war. They are killing people in the war. So obviously those who are dying over there, they are not meditating. They came to kill him. So naturally in retaliation, he had to kill him. So this way it goes. So after the death, these people who are full with desires, ego, where they will go? So they researched on that. They found out that was their speciality, not the Brahmins. So Gautama was not an illiterate person, but his subject was completely different. So immediately he said, my son, I'm sorry, I also don't know, but this is a very interesting subject. Let us both go and learn it from the king. So both father and the son, they will be coming and meet. And we will read that afterwards You know, friends, I was just going through an article, and very interestingly, it says that almost everyone, all the religions, like the Judaism, then the Jainism, the Buddhism, and then Taoism, Hinduism, all they accepted this life after death, the reincarnation theory, all of them, including the Herodotus, a historian, and the Greeks. They used to have this idea that Aryans, they used to call themselves, that there is life after death. It is not end. And those people, they'll be coming. And details, maybe in next class we will discuss how they are going and staying and spending their time and again coming back, and how they are entering into the body of the being. Oh my God, so challenging. So challenging. If any little mistake it happens, then your life may be somewhere else. So that we will discuss. And here we find there are, that time is up, that this Judaism, the belief in the physical resurrection of the dead and the immortality of the soul were cardinal tenets of the traditional Judaism. As because we have a home of harmony, so their study over there or different type of faiths. So this Judaism I was studying, so I found that they also accept it. Jainism, one of the faith in the India. The Jainis, they believe the phenomenal individual consists of a soul closely meshed with the matter. Salvation is obtained by freeing the soul from the matter. This is the Hinduism also. It is all mixed up. The matter and the soul, they as if mixed up. Now, if you can separate it, then it is free. Buddhism also, there is no permanent or unchanging soul, they residing within the human body. Buddhists believe in that way. Then Mandukya Upanishad and the karma theory is also there. Taoism, it is a ism from the China. They also say there is continuity without a starting point. Continuity with a starting point. We do not know when there was creation. You know, these are all the influence of the Veda. In ancient time, there was no differences. All people were the same. Population was very, very less. Obviously, they used to know each other. And the intellectuals, they used to exchange their views. This Taoism is very close to India. In those days, there was no that way separate China, India, nothing like that. There's an Aryavata. So all the educated people, they were in the close relation. They also learned there's a continuity without the beginning. We do not know the beginning. When the creation began, we also don't know. But it is a continuity. After the birth, according to the karma, it goes and then again come back like this. Hinduism in the Rig Veda, it says, in the Rig Veda Samhita, that place me in the deathless, undecaying and all that. Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotir gamaya, mrittur ma amritam gamaya. They are praying in that way. And we find that in the funeral hymn in the Yajur Veda, go forth on the ancient paths on which our forefathers departed, having left all sins. Then when a person is dead, then the priest will come and they will chant from the Yajur Veda. And there, the Yajur Veda, the meaning of that prayer, O soul, leave all your sin over here and go forth, go to the highest. And you may notice that, the symbolic way they do, and on the pyre, when the dead body is lying, of course in this country, no pyre, so you have to put them inside. And in our country also coming like that, but on the pyre, when the person is lying, dead body, he is very close one, maybe a son, will be carrying a pitcher full of water. and someone will make a hole at the back of that pitcher, and it is going on falling, and you go 7 times. The Sapta Bhumi that it goes, go to the top one. How? By leaving all your scenes. And the scene is the symbol of the water falling at the back. Then after that, he will throw that empty, the earthen pot, it will break. That means your body is broken, now you are free. So seeing the conception of the karma phala as the result of the karma, result of the action, that is there. And the Ishopanishad also, Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, they all discussed in this way. I will conclude by reading from Swami Vivekananda. And this quotation, Vivekananda said, Swami Vivekananda in his book Life After Death, he says, Hinduism and Buddhism have it for their foundation. The educated class among the Egyptians believed in it, the ancient Persians arrived at it, the Greek philosophers made it the correction of their philosophy, and the Parsis among the Hebrews, they also accepted it, and the Sufis among the Muslims almost universally acknowledged its truth. So Vivekananda in his Life After Death, in that book is available, the small lecture that he gave. So there he mentioned almost all the civilization, they accepted this as truth, life after death. So we will discuss it in the Chandogya Upanishad in our next class. Thank you.
First question, Samir Kumar Dey is asking, praying before Mother Sri Ramakrishna, Swami Vivekananda is a blessing. How many times one should pray and by what mantra?
See that mantra you have to take from a holy man, and he will be your guru, and he will tell you the what mantra, the secret name of God or goddess you will chant. And how many times? No, it is no number. As maximum as possible. But minimum they will say 108 times in the morning, 108 times in the evening. But otherwise, as many number is possible.
Debashish Singh is asking how to reduce the impact of bad karma which we carry from our previous birth.
Previous and this life also so many bad karmas we are doing. So, when we are thinking in a bad way, that is also bad karma. What to do? The thought comes, we can stop it. So that is how to. Now that is they call that you have to take a strong measure. And that way only you can purify your mind. How is that? Suppose you say, the coming 15 days, I will eat only this much. And mostly I will drink the liquid, the water, and I will survive, but I will perform the yajna, the japa, 10,000 times every day. And if I can't do that, I won't sleep. That is the way you can purify your mind. It's called tapasya, and this way. Sometimes if you cannot do the japa, you can write the name of a holy god or goddess. 1 lakh time, 100,000 times. You have to go on writing. That within the 3 days I will write it, complete it. So I am sleeping only 2 hours or 3 hours, but I am going on. And then I am not taking the food, only drinking the water and other something, and by that way I am surviving 15 days. Then you will feel your mind is completely clean. That is all ancient system they used to all do. And very rigorous thing is also there. Then they will be putting fire in 4 corners, front, back, and both sides. And scorching sun on the above. So 5 fires. Sitting inside that 4 fires and on the top the sun. And if you can meditate for the whole day, that also will purify your mind. So these are the way they do.
Anirban Banerjee from Philadelphia is finding the concept of non-attachment abstract and difficult to apply in everyday life. He's asking, as a householder, where do I find the oil to crack open the jackfruit?
So, so regularly that discussions that we are doing, so that's why they say sadhu sangha. Very good question. So sadhu sangha, the sadhu sangha means this type of discussions. You will mainly will find in the Gospel of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Kathamrita of Sri Ramakrishna, and in different pages. Suppose you read 3 pages or 5 pages every day, and then just you leave your daily the result. You are a young man, I don't know, but maybe that you have other responsibilities, perform that. Don't worry. But only go on reading the gospel, 5 pages a day. You will see slowly, slowly those words are going and sitting inside your mind, in your subconscious mind. And when you are reaching to the retirement age, you will be completely ready to take up another higher life. But at present, if you are a married person, you have responsibility for your family, and if you are an officer, that job also, you must perform your swadharma. That is also Hinduism never say that, oh, give up everything and all the time follow. No, it is not. If you are a householder, you must practice that, and with all dignity. Then at the last age, you will find you are free. But some people at the young age, they become monk, they try to do that, they are different. But the householders should practice their all responsibilities perfectly after performing that automatically. But continuously have the sadhu sangha by reading the books, holy books like Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna.
Last question, Shanti Guru Murthy is asking, what happens to the soul of a person who dies a violent death?
Yeah, that is actually, I was telling Shantiji that suddenly if a person is not ready for death and he is having so many desire and an accidental death, and they never get the mukti because they don't understand that they are dead. So suddenly they are dead and they have so many dreams and desires, so their soul go on hovering over here. And after, say, 21 days, they say, after 21 days, they go and knock the friends and the relatives, try to communicate with them. But when they understand that no, nothing is going to work, I am dead. So they sleep. And in a slumber, someone take them to a place called Moon. Not this moon, is someone called place called Moon. And from there, according to his or her karma phala, the result of karma, they are directed to that directions. They spend over there some time and come back. Particularly this soul, they take birth very quickly because they have the desire heavy and they don't like to spend the time with the other places like ancestors or the gods because they like to fulfill their desire. So they come back and take birth very quickly, maybe in human form, maybe in any other form, but they take the birth. That is the. Thank you, friends. Okay then? Okay, let us say Shanti 3 times. Om Shanti. 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 Harihi Om. Tat Sat.